Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Manor Farm, where today we're selling off the wheat and trying to get some cows. So in the last episode we sold off what little barley there was in storage, and now we're moving on to the wheat. Now what I'm hoping we'll get out of this, number one is cows, and we can get some cows. Number two, and this is kind of of secondary importance but something that's equally kind of important, is I would like to get a third tractor so that I can do seeding, while the 6040 we currently have is is cultivating, and so that I don't get stuck in a tree like that. I may get a log grab also. So I've lost track of where I was going now. What I was saying. We're gonna try and get. I'm just gonna restart my train of thought, try and catch up. We're gonna get a third tractor, ideally a 6040 or T6. A T6. That's something I didn't consider. I don't want to go like super powerful on the tractors. I want to keep this as a 3-meter, a farm that has 3-meter equipment and somewhere around the 160 horsepower mark as the most powerful tractor, which is why I'm not getting the anything really powerful. How much is the T6? 157,000. That's quite a lot of money. And the 6040 is what? 51,000. But I need a front loader tractor is the thing. I think I'm gonna go for a 6040 again, and that's gonna be kind of the priority thing. So once we hit 51k, we're getting a 6040. And then we're going to actually swap the trailer onto the T6040 so that we can... Although I don't think we're having many speed issues with this trailer in the T4 because it's a flat map. I'm just going to watch the speed going to the shop this time, because I think we should get enough money for the... Well, almost enough money for the 6040 coming through this run. Bet. I don't English very well at times. It's only 5:20 in the evening. So I don't quite know what's going on with me. It is still the 4th of July. I'm recording this pretty much directly after the last episode. This isn't... No, I'm not tipping. What am I doing? I want wheat. Yeah, sometimes when you just completely zone out and go onto autopilot, that's kind of what happened just there for me. So let's get this full. Throw the cover on, and I'm going to be watching the speed this time, because if we don't hit, what was it, 42k? I don't think we will, in fact. Wait, the torque of this thing ramps up as it speeds up? Again, I guess it's moving the inertia. I'm using science words. Yeah, it looks like inertia's being reduced as the speed increases, which kind of makes sense, but I think the better option is still to get the the 6040, just for the extra acceleration and power more than anything else. I know I could get a T6, but and by get a 6040, I mean get a 6040 onto the trailer. Alright, so we're at a number that I don't think is... I'm starting to become slightly concerned. I don't think we're going to have enough money after the 60/40 to get a reasonable number of cows. Which means something. Well, it means we won't be able to get cows, and the 60/40 means we're going to have to choose between one or the other, and that's not something I particularly want to be able to do, I want to have to do. The fire dragon, I think, is still full of straw, which again is an issue because I was thinking of making some grass silage. No, I'm not. I've done it again, haven't I? I've gone on to autopilot. There we go. Wheat, please. I'm just gonna have a drink while that's filling up. Here we go. It's full. And I have had a small bit of water. Found bits of loose skin on my finger. I think, therefore I am. I think what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna forgo the 60/40 for now, and just go straight for the cows, because, well, the cows are constant income, and that's something that would be nice. The sheep, yes, they are an income source, but number one, there's not many of them, and number two, they don't produce as quickly as I'd like them to. The cows do. It's a daily thing. Yeah, every day at midnight the cows give you your money from the milk. And have I managed to get this actually jammed? If I did, I got it unjammed. So, I've gone at a horrible angle here. I've actually gone in completely backwards over what I'd like. So I'm gonna just turn around. It's because there's no room to maneuver now, is what I've managed to cause. So, oh, this is me being really stupid. No, I need to get the trailer out as a priority. And the tractor. And now I've got room to turn around like this. Yes, yes, I'm free. That happens more than I'd like to admit when I don't think things through. I go in the wrong way and spend a few minutes trying to figure out what I need to do and have to talk myself through it. Inexplicably, all my fingers are just losing skin at the moment, which is not particularly a nice thing to be seeing happening, but it happens to me every so often, so I guess that's a thing. I could buy a 60/40 now. I could buy a 60/40 and course play it, which would be really nice. And I've just realised why the field detection wasn't working properly, and why it wasn't automatically, after detecting field 2 was a thing. Because I turned it off when I loaded up the map first. If I'm doing a map for myself, I usually turn course play on and I have all the stuff running, just for my own sake, if I want to course play stuff up. States map is really good for it. Although States map has crashed for me multiple times, which I'm not sure if it's conflicting with other maps I have, or whether it's just not wanting to work. I know that, by the way, that the map spotlight should really have gone out on Saturday this week. I didn't realise what date Saturday was. And I know I'm recording it on Saturday. I don't want to swap them around now because the mod spotlight's already gone out. Short of recording another map spotlight for Sunday, which, to be fair, could do. There is one on FSUK I want to look at. See, this is the thing now, is if I change my mind now, you'll be wondering what on earth is he talking about. States map is going up currently, as at the time of recording. It's going up at Sunday at 3 PM British summertime, or Irish summertime, whichever one you want to use. I use British summertime because that's the official name for it. Irish summertime is something that was made up by the Irish people so to distance from Britain, essentially. 3 PM British summertime, which is 2 PM GMT. That makes it 4 PM... No, the other way around. 10 AM Eastern and I think 7 AM Pacific in the US. 6 or 7 AM. I'm not great with time zones, so I'm probably wrong. I know that Eastern is about 4 hours behind GMT. I know Pacific is about 6 to 7. And in Hawaii, it's like yesterday or something. Time zones and me don't mix well, okay? What actually sells at this sell point? Okay. It feels like I'm gonna sneeze. There we go. So we have 73,500 euro. Yeah. Let's go for it. There's 60/40. Buy. And we're also gonna... use the mouse to use the buy many animals mod and buy all 9 cows we can afford right now. So let's shut off the T4 and hop into 60/40 number 2. Which has a horn, annoyingly enough. I like the 60/40, I must admit, because of that primarily. The sounds are a bit more realistic than the basic in-game stuff. The in-cab sounds inexplicably don't work, which is a bit of a shame. And the turning circle is quite nice, as well as the, you know, higher top speed. So we're going to sell off what little wheat we have left with this. And then I'm kind of in two minds over what to do next. I think what I'm going to do after this is it's all wheat. What I'm going to do after this is I am going to fertilize my fields, because that's the thing that needs to be done. And I'm going to use the pellet spreader just because it's a bit easier to work with. And that sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? The pellet spreader is a bit easier to work with because it doesn't have collisions where it spreads. And the in-game sprayer does. That's my logic. My logic, and I'm sticking with it. So I kind of wish the game would punish you for leaving the cover off on this trailer, but it doesn't. So you can just do what you like. Is the trailer emptied? Is that not to buy another cow? It is. We got 10 cows now. So let's swap to the animal view here. You can see they've got 9,002 litres of straw, and I'm going to have to attack them with the Profi Hopper to get them some grass. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this back to the farm, pick up the sprayer set, and bring that over to the shop to sell it. Once that's done, I will grab the pellet spreader and get working on that. So I'm kind of in... Okay, so some back to some kind of behind the scenes stuff right now. I'm in two minds right now because I do have plenty of free time today. And, well, I don't have plenty of free time, I've got time and plenty of stuff to do, and plenty of stuff that I want to do. And I'm kind of in two minds as to whether I want to do Friday's video right now as well after this, or leave that to sometime during the week, or maybe tomorrow, which is Sunday, and do it then. And I think the best option for my voice is to leave it for a couple of days. However, I think the best option for things I need to do is to do it today. The longer Cobra video can be done pretty much any time during the week. I'm not going to do it today because it's 2 hours I need to. That video I have to set aside 2 full hours. And I know that for the rest of the... Okay, so behind the scenes stuff, okay? I spend about 5 hours a week doing just recording videos. That's not, you know, all the work I do. I do other stuff as well. I obviously have to render and upload as well, and the uploading I don't really count as work, but that's actually the longest bit. It takes 3 or 4 hours. Anything up to 5-6 hours per video. Which is why they're in 720p, not 1080 and 30 FPS as opposed to 60. I don't want to be spending 24 hours uploading a video. I don't know where I'm going with this. It sounds like I'm doing next to no work for YouTube with, you know, 5 hours a week. You know, you could do that in a day, easy. Well, yeah, you could. You really could. But the thing is that the editing I do doesn't look like much. But if something goes horribly wrong, it doubles and trebles and quadruples the workload, and sometimes Sony Vegas decides to crash in the middle of editing a video, so I've got to restart, and it doesn't work sometimes. You know, it piles itself up quite nicely when it wants to. So essentially the reason I do 5 hours of video recording a week is so that I have got plenty of time to fix screw-ups. The other reason is I've got a 2,000 page PDF file I have to read. And I'm currently on page 350 something. And I should be somewhere near to page 1500 by now. I've been slacking on that front and I need to catch up, which is kind of why the schedule is so strict. It's actually kind of the reason I made the schedule in the first place, was so that I know what to do when. And, you know, instead of maybe having 2 long Coldbrew videos a week, I now have the 1. It's just to ensure that my sanity prevails here. And you know, I don't end up going insane and having no free time at all. Which, to be fair, I don't really have that much free time to begin with. Which is why if you add me on Steam, I'm in Blender, because that's what the PDF file is for. I'm learning that. If I'm not in Blender, I'm in Farm Sim, or very kind of, well, it's been kind of prevalent recently because I've been getting my mind together after certain things that I've alluded to already. I've been playing a few games recently, which is naughty on my term, for my in my opinion. But I needed to do it. I needed to get some. I needed to have some me time, so I've been playing some games. So we are flat out of time, which means it's time for me to say goodbye. I'll leave you by saying I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Manor Farm. If you have anything at all to say to me, unless you're just gonna troll me, and if you are gonna troll me well. You know, don't make it painfully obvious that you're trying to troll me. If you are gonna troll me well. Do it properly. I'm probably the only YouTuber who's ever going to say that. If you're going to troll me, at least try. If you have any questions, do leave a comment. If you want to talk to me somewhat more privately, I guess, send me a message on YouTube. I might not always reply, but I will read it. The same with comments. I might not always reply to your comments, but I do always see them. If you haven't already, hit the like button. And if you haven't already as well, and you'd like to, please do consider subscribing. It does, well, it means that it means a lot to me. I know people on Twitch are like, oh, you subscribe, yeah, 15 new subscribers. But on Twitch it costs money, and the people who go like, hey, made more subscribers today, and have their chats in sub-only mode, are just money grabbers in my opinion. If and when I go to Twitch and start streaming, and this is just a future thing, and I know I'm extending the video for no reason whatsoever. If and when I go to Twitch and I do get subscribers, I do get, what is it, partnered? If ever I go to, well, I will go to Twitch eventually when I got fast enough internet. The thing is, if I go to Twitch and I get the subscriber button thing, whatever that's called, partnership or whatever, the only times I'll put my chat on sub-only mode are when people are just, when there's some sort of weird bot attack going on or something. That's, I want to provide everything to you guys for free, if I can. I want, if you want to pay me, fine, I'll make it an option if enough people show interest in it. But I want YouTube, I want my, you know, my stuff to remain free, and I don't have control over some things that I'm working on that you will have to pay for. I believe you'll have to pay for them. Can't really, shouldn't really have said that. Said something I shouldn't have again. I believe you'll have to pay for some things that I'm working on. That's completely out of my control. But I'm gonna stop there on that front. Until next time, when we'll be finishing fertilizing and starting seeding. Yay, alliteration. Thank you very, very much for watching. Stay safe and goodbye.